walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feeling like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Baby, can you smell what we are cooking? It is another day. It is another beautiful Monday in the city of PE in South Africa. And as you guys can see, I'm joined here again by my fellow G's. Starting off with Mr. Miles. How you doing today, my brother?
What's happening, boy? I'm doing all good, my man. Yourself?
Hey, can't complain. And up next, we have the man himself, the Mr. Forex Killer. Mr. Benang, how you doing today, my brother? Hey, Bonang, can you hear us there, my brother?
I think it is.
We are having some technical difficulties here with Bonang today, Chad, but we will get it up here quickly. Let's see, Bonang, are you there, my brother? I don't know why can Bonang not hear us. Let's have a look here quickly, Chad. It's active. Black magic is on. We are having some a little bit of issues, but we'll get it up there quickly, Chad. Don't you worry. We're gonna see what's going on here. I checked there. I did already. We are seeing what the issue is. Yeah, quick, Chad. It's picking up the marks, everything. So I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing he can't hear us.
I think he can, but we can't hear him.
Bonang, just check. Are you muted on your side, my brother?
Show a peace sign if you.
Okay, he can hear us.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here, Bonang. Because you can hear us, but we can't hear you. You are unmuted. Yeah. We're just trying to see what the problem is here quickly. What is going on here, Chad? As you guys can see, just while we're trying to sort this out, Iron 2000 quickly fell and hit a few TPs here this morning. Absolutely brutalizing the markets before they even arrived. But yeah, we are still just trying to get up what the problem is there, Chad. We have the headphones in. I really don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to turn that volume. Chad, just give me a heads up on the audio so long. Is it good? Are you guys hearing everything? We're going to just see if we can get Bonang back here quickly, see what's going on. But in the meantime, just give me a heads up on the audio. Is everything else good? Myself and Miles, nice and clear. Is the audio volume all right? You guys happy with that? Bonang decided to kill the markets in silence. Tariq, he's muted. Yeah, he's not muted, my brother. We checked that. That's what we're just saying. We're a bit confused what's going on here. So we're waiting for him. He did leave the thing. We're going to just try and get him back here quickly. See what's going on there. But in the meantime, so if you guys are looking there, Bonang is not... I'm so confused at how are we seeing this thing now. How do we have your camera, but I can't... Bonang, did you stop sharing your screen? Chad. We're having some proper technical difficulties here this morning. Let's just see where we can get going here, Chad. We're going to try to sort it out as quick as we can. But I think let's just get the ball rolling. We can get the markets open and then try to work on this. But since Bonang has taken a little bit of an oath of silence so far this morning, we are going to start off and we're actually going to ask this time around. Wait, Chad, hold on. We're going to see Bonang, can you hear us, my brother?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. We can hear you. There we go. Okay.
Beautiful.
Miles got saved in the last few seconds. Bonang, how? Let's just see you there. But how are you doing today, my brother?
I'm good. How are you doing? Beautiful Monday on my side. Miles, how are you?
I'm good, my brother. How are you doing?
Beautiful stuff. I'm well, sir.
That's awesome.
Okay, Chad, should all be good now. So before we get this ball rolling, as always, we're going to open up with a prayer. And I'm going to hand over to my brother, Mr. Bonang, there, if he does not mind, open us up with a prayer.
Okay, let us pray. Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. This is a beautiful week, beautiful Monday. The week that you have made for us to be glad and rejoice in it. Father, we come into your holy presence this morning. We pray for the daily bread, my Father. We pray that this day be the day everything we do shall be provided by you. Everything we say shall proceed from you, my Father. Give us wisdom also for a sober mind in order for us to decide and execute soberly. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray for the chat. May we grow together and may we be blessed together. As we win, may they also win. Today, tomorrow, and forever. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful stuff, Chad. If you guys are in agreement, you can drop an amen, because we know where there's more than two, he is there and present with us. So let's get those amens there in the chat. Beautiful stuff, team. Now, let's get it going. I'm loving the volume here this morning. It is looking very, very good. The weather's out, the suns are out, the guns are out. We're going to get ready here. So we're going to hand over first to Mr. Miles and see what he's looking to go, because, Chad, trust me, I know this man's ready to go here this morning.
Yeah, boys, we got something cooking here for you guys. Chad, hope you all are well. Hope you guys have had a lovely weekend. One thing I can say, guys, do not ever take electricity for granted. Don't take electricity for granted, guys. But anyways, let's have a quick little look here and why I am seeing potential gold longs at the moment. So look at the overall structure on gold, guys. We are bullish as we have been since forever. Let me put it to you like that. However, opening up this week, we have seen price close beneath 32.50 last week. Now starting to trade above the level of 32.50 is going to give me the idea on the lower time frame that if we can hold above that 32.50 level, we can continue driving to the upside. This is the thing though, right? If we look at the simple structure, this is a retest of the level that I mentioned last week. But there is going to be a level of resistance at 32.74, which we could see something like this, where you have support, break, retest, and price to continue driving further down. So we are really at a pinnacle point today, where you're rejecting these liquidity levels over here. You have a resistance there. Yes, you can trade into it 100%, but do be aware of price possibly tapping into the QP level and then starting to melt further down. The idea is for me to understand if market can continue up, would then be the close above 32.75. So that is something that I need to wait for. So I have my current daily high marked in, current daily low marked in. 4-hour levels is there. So it's quite simple. You've got your macro levels on the 4-hour. As you see over here, there was that support I just mentioned. There's your break. Here's your retest. There's your 4-hour resistance. It's going to be a simple play that if the 4-hour can flip its low right now, I'm going to anticipate that it will trade the macro range, which is high to low. That's what I'm going to anticipate. However, as we've now formed a 30-minute liquidity level, as you can see over here, if I start to see something like this, such as this 15, where we have closure above the level, right? Price to then retest and re-break highs, I'm going to want to get in long on the position, understanding that we can grab the liquidity in the LTA and that your momentum will then continue driving like this. So this is what I'm going to have to look for this morning to see if we can continue now on the 15-minute. We have my close above. I have my retest. I want a simple break above the high. Once I can re-break the highs, I'm going to go in long. I might actually get that now. I'm looking for these buys right now on gold. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is, sorry, my trading view just chalked there for a second there, boys. So actually, I can't buy a stop. I have to actually market execute right there. Did your internet also drop now?
Yeah, for a second.
Okay, whereas my internet just dropped. Just give me 1 second here, boys. Sorry, boys, my internet is bugging out here. But the idea is that at the re-break of the high, I can get in long with gold, look for the long positions in anticipation that you'll continue driving to the upside. Stop loss for 45 pips. That is what I'm looking at this morning. But yeah, my internet dropped quite hectically there, boys. So just to catch up on that, looking for the entry now. If it starts to press, I'm going to execute on the positions and then stops just beneath that bodily low over there. If that doesn't come to play and I don't get executed on the position, I simply want to see price close beneath for price to then short, with the idea that price can then start to reject these highs over here. But we are very close to that entry point over there, guys. Literally just waiting for price to re-break the highs. Once it does so, I'm going to go long. I'm not going to buy stopper just because I missed my opportunity to buy a stop because my internet just dropped. But at the re-break of the highs, I'm going to execute longs. And my TP will obviously be that 10 bag. And then obviously the rest to run. So TP is going to be slightly extended to that. And we'll then have the overall TP for 63 pips. Stop loss for me is going to be beneath that 15-minute low of the previous. So it's going to be there. 45 pips, and then just going to anticipate price to continue driving. But that is my idea on gold. If she re-breaks high, I'm going to get involved. Awesome. And then obviously if it rejects there, starts to close beneath the level, I'm going to go short on the position to 32.50. Now looking at pound yen, we have something like this where pound yen is overall bearish for me, anticipating continuous bearish momentum, especially now that we're starting to break away from 192.500. Here's the thing though, as we start to approach the market this morning, we do not have a top wick on that candle, so there's a higher probability that I'll make that than just to drop away from the resistance level. Not to say it can't happen, it can definitely happen, but the idea is that your microstructure is obviously driving to the upside. There's a higher probability that I can tap into that liquidity of 192.500 and then start to break away from that level. So what I want to see right now is price to start closing above the area on the 30-minute, looking for those longs to come and create that daily high. And if not, if it actually breaks these levels of the 4-hour, I simply then want to see price close beneath this area of 191.540. Once I can do that, I'll then trade the area on the left hand side with a continuation to the downside. Very, very straightforward for me on that 4-hour and daily. Regardless of the bank holiday, I will still trade pound yen. Let me just clear this out. But yeah, so 30-minute right now, opening in the next 5 minutes. I want to see price do one of two things: either close beneath that level or close above this level. I have it on my 15. But nothing that makes you want to execute yet. I need to be breaking highs to execute. But like I said, if we can break that high, close above, I'll take it. Awesome. Type 5s can also be a play. And then if not, a closure beneath there, I'll then go short. But within the range, I'm not touching it. But that's pretty much my rapid fire analysis on my pairs. Let's see what happens. Just to let you guys know, I am now in gold longs. So I am in gold longs. Entry was 32.63.80 actually on my end. Let me just give that to you guys there so you guys can just watch it while Bonang is dropping his bag. Yeah, so this was my entry right there actually. So let me just give you guys my exact entry, my exact TP, all of that jazz. TP1's going to be there. Obviously that overall I want to see it run further. So this is the trade with my stop beneath the body there for 45. Okay, so that's my trade. Over to you, Bonang.
All right, Bonang, let's see what you got there, my brother.
Beautiful stuff. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Beautiful stuff happening there. All right, what I have with me on screen here is the US30. I hope you were here also on Friday. We did speak about the buy that as soon as we tap that mini support, we are going to buy, and we saw this market pushing all the way, NFP hitting our targeted zone. That was a win there. And then today we are seeing the same market giving us bullish momentum. Right, guys, if you started the stream 3 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, with us, you would notice that I've been emphasizing much on this key zone here, and I even spoke about this zone being a buying zone. Immediately the market taps this zone, will be going all the way up. So we are seeing the market, it broke that zone and sitting above it, and we are seeing this market pushing all the way that buying zone. So as we speak, the market broke this zone, the market is pushing all the way currently at that zone. So the market is very, very much bullish on US30, and we are seeing, I think I remember, if you still remember very well, I did speak about it, that as soon as we break into this zone, we'll be running all the way to the target of 43,571. So the market is cruising nicely. As we are seeing today, the mathematics is giving us exactly another bullish momentum, which will be our target around 41,881. That's our bullish market there. And then looking at the market yesterday, I did sit down on my own, and then I said, okay, looking at this kind of market structure, let me remove these zones for for Friday, and then I'll leave today's zones in order for us to be able to have a clean chart without any stress. So I am seeing a scenario where this market, we took shots from this zone here. I'm looking at the fact that I cannot have enough volume for me to break that zone. So however, this is my buy zone during the New York session, or even during this opening of the London session, if this market pushes up very well. So how am I going to be executing the US30? As soon as we tap this zone here, as soon as we tap 40,960, that's when I'll be executing buys, and I'm targeting my buy entry for the day, and a breakout will be expected. So we took good shots there in the morning, dipped in, and our target should be this zone here. But however, this market is likely going to, remember, every time there is a news, there's always an activation of a news and a deactivation of the news. That some of you may call it a retestment of that news impact. So I'm still seeing a good drop retesting that NFP impact, and then this market is likely slightly going to dip in a little bit again to this zone here, which was our Friday entry. However, it may not be possible because of that area there. It is creating a very strong support area in that zone. So I will be looking for buys. That's where I am sitting at with my buy stops orders there. I'm sitting there waiting for the market to bounce from this zone and tap that zone, and from that zone I'll be looking for a breakout. And then remember, I did mark this zone that there is a gap somewhere here, and that's the gap that we are going to be looking for today and beyond. According to the mathematics, we are going to breach this zone gap, and then we push all the way up. However, market, as long as the market is at this high, that high, you can't break it unless we have gone beyond. All right, that's the opening, guys. You can see the market just got opened now. So that's how I am on US30. Let's see what happens, and then let's quickly jump into NASDAQ.
Yeah, sorry, my brother. We're just gonna open up the markets there, Chad. That is Bonang said. Okay. There is market open. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Round one. Fight.
Thank you so much. Right. Looking at NASDAQ. We are already at a zone that we're looking for buys. So we went short, and then from this zone we are now bullish. Very well running in profits. There we are seated in profits. We are seeing this market pushing up very well there, with the possibility of pushing all the way to our entry level. So from this zone, my target is going to be 2102. That's my TP for the day this morning on NASDAQ. And beyond this level, we'll be breaking it again according to the mathematics. We'll be targeting 2418 as well. So basically, this is how this market is based on the market structure or the mathematics that I have for me or on my side. I'm just gonna remove the target levels that I have here with me. Right, on Friday, similar situation happened. I think I spoke about this situation for a very long time, and I even emphasized that do not go against this market. We saw that NFP went straight to our 2002 target that we had marked then. So for now, here I am. I'm running bullish trades on NASDAQ. Let me quickly jump to gold. Gold, as we spoke about it, that we are very in a long term trade. We have seen this long term trade not even affected by anything. Even NFP happened, but we went back to our entry and the market went back to where NFP started from. So NFP started from here. We saw the market dropping and then went back to our entry, went back again this morning all the way beyond. So we are expecting this market to be breaking this zone here. As soon as this market breaks this zone, we'll be cruising nicely all the way up. Our target still remains, it doesn't change, 33.92. That's how it is, basically based on the mathematics. It may look long, but it's not that too long. So for today, we're expecting this market to engage buyers more here. As soon as this level is broken, I'm telling you, we're going to be cruising nicely, pushing all the way up. So I'm bullish on NASDAQ, bullish on gold, bullish also on US30. That's how I am. Thanks a lot, Keeks and Miles.
Perfect stuff there, Chad. So last one up, let's just have a look at what is going on today, Chad. So let's start us off with DXY. So start off with DXY again, guys. I'm still very much in that bearish with a daily neutral outlook, and that's purely just because of us being around that weekly key level. So as much now as you want to say yes, we are bearish, we have that neutral idea because we are now starting to hold. So we're going to see what happens on Monday. Yeah, do we start breaking underneath, and do we see that resistance start to come back in? Because as you can see there, yes, on a 4 hour we have broken underneath, but still testing, back up again, now breaking with the bearish engulfing. So we do want to see what's going to happen. We're already at the weekly pivot for this week, so I definitely think there's a good chance of whatever volume comes in, we're going to see that play out for the rest of the week. Going over to NASDAQ, let's have a look here. So on the daily, we obviously said we were bearish with a little bit of a neutral outlook. Now, the big thing for me, guys, is that yearly pivot. So at this point, this is now where I said to you guys last time, we are going to go neutral on the weekly as well. So we still want to see what happens because we are going to test that yearly pivot again. That is a big part of that. But when we look at on the weekly, you can see why we flip neutral is because not over here, but even just these, that we want to call them our lower highs of structure, we have broken back above and holding that again, holding the yearly and also above a weekly key level. So we definitely want to see what's going to happen there. Big thing for me is the test. So do we hold this level, trade above? Do we hold the 200, or do we even go for the retest? The weekly pivot lining up just underneath the yearly pivot as well. So it definitely looks like we could go back down there for a retest, but we're going to take it as we can. So again, Monday, we always know if we, let's say we are bullish on the week, Monday, Tuesday, good chance of us going bearish before we have our correction and then the continuation for the rest of the week. So we're just going to see what happens with that. Then US30, almost something very similar. We are still there. Big thing for me is I want to see what's going to happen at that yearly. So hence we'll still be neutral on the daily. Weekly does still show a bearish because we haven't really, end of the day, taken structure which can make us start changing our idea there. Yes, you have this little area over here, but again, that's nothing too crazy for me. I really want to have these confirmations before I start doing something like that. Monthly pivot very far underneath us. Weekly pivot a little bit above us, underneath us, and then the yearly just above us. So US30, I want to say a bit more of a range than what NASDAQ is. So we're just going to have to play it safe, see what happens over there. But again, same thing. Do we come back down? Massive bullish engulfing candle. So do we come back down a little bit as the way the weekly pivot is? I said Monday, Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, have the turnaround. If we are going to go bullish, or on the other side, does this break back above, get above this level, and go for that yearly pivot they want to target. When we do drop down a little bit more, let's have a look at the 15. You will also see one thing here is on the 15, when the low time frame you're going to see there, we did open up with a little bit of a gap to the downside. So there is that to be closed. Asia highs also remains untested. So you got Asia lows on the EQ. Does this hold for us to have that move to go close that gap and also have the retest of Asia highs? Then lastly, with gold. Gold, as we say, guys, very much bullish. Now a lot of guys are going to say, Keith, if it's so bullish, why are you neutral? Big thing we spoke about is, again, we had that all-time high level turned around. We now at a bearish level, gone underneath the yearly R2, and we're going to hold there. You have to understand gold is a safe haven. So a natural aspect, if we do see the indices on NASDAQ, US30 starting to come to the party, your investors are going to start pushing money back into those companies, meaning they're going to start pulling away from the safe haven of gold again, and that's where you're going to start slowly seeing that drop off. So big thing on the daily, when you look at it, guys, underneath the monthly, we traded bearish. We've now started to hold with that doji, and now we have traded back up. Retest of that yearly resistance, no bottom wick. So does this thing still turn around now? That's the thing with me with gold, and why we're going to say we are neutral is because two things happen. A candle can have no bottom wick, and that if it does continue, means it's going to continue with a lot of volume, meaning we're going to break very quite bullish. Otherwise, we are going to bearish and go back down. Now, I do lean a bit more to the bearish side purely because of us having the retest. So we broke under yearly resistance. There's our retest. And now even as you drop in lower, we've got more levels we're starting to build. So it's almost like that walls are getting thicker and thicker and thicker. So we have our weekly pivot that's going to start holding there for us. If we start getting underneath that monthly pivot, very, very good chance this thing can start to turn around. Again, as you said, Iron 2000 absolutely obliterating the bars and hitting these TPs very, very early this morning. So absolutely, if you guys aren't doing Iron 2000, Chris and myself are saying, yeah, we might have to start an Asia Station stream at this point, because this thing is, we are just missing trades in Asia Station at this point. But trading nicely, so even on the 15, you can see that structure a little bit more. I'm not going to say it's a head and shoulder, but you can see the idea. The test, your breakthrough, so that being your fake out in the motion for today, trading back down, then giving you your retest. Now you want to trade back down, and the same thing, Asia lows untested. So do we go all the way back down for Asia lows over here and then see that volume start to drive? So definitely going to be a neutral outlook here. We're just going to wait for some entry criteria. Maybe we see if Iron 2000 does anything for us, but definitely a good day. And then just quickly on the fundamental side, obviously we got pound and yen on bank holidays. The Swiss, obviously CPI coming out now at 8:30, which already should be out. So let's just update that. And then the 4 p.m. there we go. You can see that actually came out flat. And then at 4 p.m. today, New York session, ISM services PMI, which is going to be quite nice because, guys, if you don't remember, it should also be, let me just confirm for you guys, yes, it is the trade-off today. So make sure you're going to be here, New York session. You're going to watch the 3 best from the Vault Funder Challenge of April, go at each other. The top 3 going to battle out for the 2 million Rand Vault Funder account. So make sure you guys jump in for that one. It is always fun, and this time around there is volume. We even have some news events, so we're definitely going to see what happens there. But Chad, that is everything. The guys are there, and I know Miles has patiently been waiting there for us, but that was a TP there for Miles. So he's going to put in your screen so you can see there, but that was a TP for the 10 is 10 team.
Yeah, so first trade that I called already TP. I'm actually looking for another position now. But TP 1 already hit. I think that trade pushed about, let me actually just double check. I'll pull it back for you guys so you guys can see it. I think it ran like 15 odd pips. Let me just double check. Yeah, so this is the trade that ran, oh geez, 20. It ran 20 pips. So the trade ran 20 pips. I always secured at 10 because 10 is always going to be 10. And I am looking for another bull. Wow. I'm looking for another possible position now. If we look at the 30-minute, we have closure above right now. We have price sinking quite deep to grab liquidity. I'm anticipating that if it flips this high, let me just double check where my buy stop is. If it flips the high, I'm going to anticipate price to drive.
Yeah, Chad, and just a quick one. There's currently 280 of you guys on stream, only 85 likes. I'm sure you guys can get those likes up to 150 easy. No problem for you guys.
So something like this, and then stops will be at the low of the candle for 45. Obviously, 10 is always going to be 10, boys. So that's TP1, and then I just honestly want a wick fill. It's 30 pips. I don't want the extension of the wick fill. I want none of that. I just want the wick fill. So this will be the second position that I'll call for you guys. I would do buy stops on this. And then, yeah, man.
Yeah, Chad, and then just a quick one as well as, again, just going over to it. We're obviously talking about Iron 2000. This is why we are saying we really might start doing Asia session. is purely even US30 absolutely obliterated this morning. I've caught the sells first over here, a little bit more to the left. Caught the sells, that was beautiful, and then coming into the buys later, literally double stacking into it. So great trades there so far today for Iron 2000. Also on that note, Chad, if you guys are here, if you haven't traded Iron 2000 yet, if you guys are doing the XM route, so doing how majority of you should be doing it, if you go that route, just to speed up the process, Chris, myself agreed on, we're still going to do the normal stuff as the back check, but it's almost like a two-factor authentication. So we'll have XM still confirm things on their end for us, but just to speed the process up, because I know you guys are being patient, and obviously we're not trying to keep it from you guys. It's just, there's a process. What we're going to do is, once all the steps are met, you've done the partner code, you've done your account, you've deposited. If you still don't have access, email our support. So support at 2gs-trading.com, and then email them proof of the deposit. So you can even send them proof of either the payment, or you can send them proof of the account balance, whatever, that they can just see proof that you have done the deposit, you are sitting with that minimum request, and they will give you access. Obviously we will have still our background check when we do get confirmation from XM, but we do believe it's just going to speed that process up, so that we can get it out to you guys, because as we said, there's almost 800 of you guys. We're trying to get through it, a list here, and that list gets updated almost once a day. So if you guys are messaging us or saying, hey bro, I deposited now at 9 o'clock, we only get that list updated by like end of day, and then our support team only gets it the next day, because they're not 24 hours. So we're almost a day behind, if you want to think of it that way. So this is just going to help us speed it up and get this to you guys. So please just take note again, if you still haven't got it and you did it through the XM route, partner code, all of that, then just please email the support there. Rooks to drop it there for you guys, support at 2gstrading.com, and then just send us a proof of that deposit and minimum requirement, and you will be good to go.
Maybe just pop over to my screen there because I got activated. So I am in on gold longs there. Price just activated us. We are approaching TP1. Stop loss at this point is 42 pips. That's TP1 hits, so that means it's break even. That's another 10 pips.
Just hold the trade, bro.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, chat. So that's 10 pips, man. 10 is 10. That's 2 bangers called. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys have learned. That was an easy one. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. But chat, if you have any questions on the trade, let me know. That was relatively simple. The idea was there. We played the idea. Still do anticipate it'll drive even further. So let's see. Miles, what lot size do you trade? I trade 0.0.001. That's the lot size I use, bro. Miles, so in case that is a type 5 on gold, is still valid even if I gave it that first 10. Look, for me personally, guys, I'm a one and done dude. So I take one trade and I'm done. I'll just call extra trades for you guys so you guys can obviously learn. I mean, that's the purpose of the stream, is to educate you guys and help you guys learn, you know. Not just spoon feed you guys. So I want you guys to learn. So that's why I will always continue to call the positions that I see, just so that you guys can continue learning. But that definitely would have been valid type 5 as well, you know. 10 lots is 10 lots on gold. Ah, that's too small, buddy. That's honestly too small. Is it trade? No. I'm out, dude. Out of interest, does Iron 2K print all the TPs? No. So how it works is, once you hit TP, so there will be your entry after the candle has closed of the time frame that you choose. Once the candle closes, it will show you exactly where it's buying or selling. It will then already tell you where the stop loss is, and it will already tell you where TP1 is. But it won't tell you the rest.
Yeah, so depending on how volume is when it hits TP1, it works out where the next TP would be.
Then it will provide it. Miles don't like. Oh yes, I forgot. It's all just paper trades, boys. My bad. We're just doing this for fun. Prefer that way. Yeah, 100%. 100%. GJ, nothing for me as of yet. Gold, look, I'm still going to anticipate gold to continue rushing to the upside until it closes beneath the resistance. Because one thing we need to understand is on that 4 hour, this is that daily area. So here's your liquidity right there, right? Test, 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 and it's doing that same thing. So like I mentioned with my analysis, if we re-break the current 4 hour low, I'm going to anticipate this will come from resistance to the support level and drive down. Now that's not going to make me want to sell it immediately, but if it has those line up confluences, then I'll definitely grab those shorts, because I mean that will then be part of the plan. And then we'll also then start to see that we're starting to lose the momentum of the buyers. But yeah, I think it's more of a patience game than anything else.
Just to answer the cold odds, I think to actually be correct, I think it obviously works. I think just easier if it's a once off, but I mean obviously that's depending on the people. End of the day, I think it's account balance. Once your account balance hits it, it shows that that's your minimum requirement. So keep in mind, that's the thing, they always checking it updatedly. So let's just say you put 300 Rand in and only the next day later, or 350, and then later you put the 400 in. Then it would trigger that your account balance is sitting at what the minimum requirement was. So yeah, it should technically be able to be updated, if you want to call it that, if you start increasing it or whatever the case is. So it doesn't have to be a once-off payment.
Right, CEO. Right, my weekend was a blessed weekend. Very, very relaxed, and I was very happy because on Friday again I got funded 4 million rands. Those guys, they don't have limit as to how many accounts you have, so I keep on paying. So it was a very good weekend for me.
Beautiful stuff.
Yes.
Sorry, Chad, I have to finish my breakfast, otherwise my brain can't function.
Yeah, it seems like we're holding this support quite nice. Like I said, boys, this is that break, that retest. We can continue driving right through. At this point, you're anticipating that wick fill on the left-hand side, and obviously if it breaks that, we can continue driving. But like I said, man, it's the reason also why, personally, look, you guys can obviously do what you want, and I trade the 10-10 method all the time, but also for me personally, why I wouldn't hold it is because we at a pinnacle point right now. This thing's either going to turn and drive down, or it's going to continue driving. We would have more surety after it breaks the flat body resistance 32.64. Then we can say, okay, if we break that, price can continue driving, but it can also hold it as resistance and drop down. So that's why for me personally, I'm happy with the way it was managed and how it played out. Look, a different day could have provided different results. So for me, I always use what happens the most, and yeah, I'll wait for the thingamabob price to get above that area.
Bonang is actually the market maker, I believe. Hey, Bonang, I see the man. Chad, this is when you know you're a profitable trader. Is when the man's on side quests. I see Bonang officially dropping music now. Hey, I was vibing out there this weekend, bro.
You can imagine, but that's an old video. It's 1 year ago, man.
Oh, what isn't it new?
Old video, yeah.
No, it's not new. But I do have some. I think around 4 tracks that I'm working on new videos. I think as soon as I have a free space around end of this month, I'll be going to shoot those videos.
Hey, oh, bro, I was vibing out when I saw that this weekend.
Yeah, thanks, man. We are trying. We are trying to pass a message, you know.
Hey, beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
So as I said, that's when you know you're profitable, when the man's on side quest here. It's like Chris. When last you guys see Chris, he's on his own missions, Chad. As I said to you, Chad, for those that were here with us on Friday, you guys saw Chris was trading the Iron 2000 premium version. We caught him out on it that he was holding out, so we had to unfortunately send him back to the cupboard. So we need him to finish out that premium version so that we can also get it. Can I make beats for you, Bonang?
Yes, I know you are welcome. Please, I need them. That would be great.
First, they say, yeah, bro, he is the real algorithm coder, not RCT. Hashtag I can't trade. Hey, the guy's shooting flames here.
Miles accuracy is like the Iron 2000 TP1.
Hashtag bring back Chris. Hashtag pre-market.
And also, kicks on Friday. You remember what I said about US30 and NASDAQ? And
Yeah.
I have friends of mine on my WhatsApp. They just said like, no, we will sell. What happened to them is history.
Hey.
These guys, they don't listen. If I tell you to do something, anyway, it's not financial advice. So you choose to take a loss. Meanwhile, the advisor says, let's go this way.
It is.
Aish. That's where poverty will continue running because we'll be going fluctuating. Guys, we don't want to see any losses anymore.
Nah, the guys don't listen. This is the exact same thing. Our parents used to tell us when we were younger. And they'll say, listen, they're going to keep telling you what you need to do. And this works and that works. But what happens? We'll do the opposite because we have to go bump our head.
Yeah, I see.
Wealth has been chasing you your whole life, but you have always been faster. It's not financial advice, it's life advice. Yo, Chad, the guys, Aish. Gang just woke up. Black Label is witchcraft. Hey. Hey. Zamalek.
It was on weekend.
Hey, the guys were ready the weekend. Yo, Chad, I'm waiting for rugby season, Chad. That's all I'm waiting for. Yo, I'm so close to buying tickets to the Barbars game. I don't know who in our Cape Town family is going to go to that. That is crazy. Like, I swear Chris and myself are probably both debating here if we're going to go to that.
What is Ion 2000 saying on US30? Don't we have a buy signal there?
Not yet. Obviously, it's been buying the whole day, but no buy signal yet. Well, on the 1 minute, there's no buy signal. On the 5 minute, there's nothing. On the 15, there's nothing. 30 minutes. Yeah, no buy signal yet. The 1 minute's given 2 buys already this morning, but nothing yet for this area.
I see.
I'm taking over the. It's going to be a sick game. First game for the box this year. Yo, it's going to be a crazy opener. PE game. Yo, Kyle, we actually are going to the PE game. I'm, for example, myself now, so we're doing PE. I'm flying some of my family in from out of town so that they can basically spend like a long weekend with us and then go watch the PE one. Yeah, we're going to see what happens for that. But yeah, we'll 100% be at the PE game. Yeah, SA vs Italy. Yeah, we don't get the nice ones, but the thing is, even though it's SA vs Italy, the thing is, guys, I think anyone that's been to, because I've basically been, I think I've watched at every single stadium. The PE stadium is right up there with atmosphere. Like when that stadium's sold out, and it's a beautiful stadium, and the atmosphere is just next level. But you guys are being able to fly your family down as moves on its own key. And I really appreciate it, bro. Yeah, it's the little things that we work towards. I saw a thing the other day where, what was it? I'm sure if you guys have all seen it, there was a trend where the guys were going around saying, work your, what? Something like work your arse off or something so that one day you can give your parents the lives they wanted to give you. And it's the same thing. It's little things like that where I could literally, on the day it happened, I was able just to phone my dad and say, listen, are you free? And he was like, I was like, are you traveling? Are you in South Africa? Or are you traveling? And he's like, no, I'm here. What's up? And I said, cool. So you don't have anything like this. He says, no. So I said, cool, give me 10 minutes. So I phoned him back and I said, okay, I bought your tickets. Here's your tickets. You coming to visit me. You're going to stay by me. And then we're going to go watch the game. So yeah, it was something special. So it is really cool to be able to do it. Miles, I like your background. MFX, Merida FX.
I'm swimming here, boy. Swimming in the profits.
But do you use your pending orders when your zones are set?
Hello?
The guys are asking, for example, like the US30, I think, for example, like that, your level there. Do you use a pending order or do you wait for it to get there and then do you manually enter?
It would depend, but usually I would wait for it manually and then enter. But if I'm a bit busy or held up, I would just enter. I trade on a strict rule with these other prop firms. If I execute a minute before the news, then I've breached those accounts. So somehow I have to wait. But if I'm too busy, I will set a pending order only on those firms that don't have any issue with execution of the news.
I'll show that this weekend. I displayed the 90,000 video almost 20 times from my bro's law. Hey, awesome stuff, bro. Top feeling, bro. 100%. FX swimming in the blues. Brian, the camera is on its way.
Thank you. Thank you. I will appreciate that.
Let's see what's happening. Yeah, okay. We know Mr. Miles he's already been in 2.
Yeah, we've eaten. I'm full. I've had enough.
Bonang's in the blues in NAS. Hey, we're waiting.
Yeah.
We'll see if I2000 gives us anything. Yeah, Chad.
I see Iron 2K did give buys on gold.
Now?
Yeah.
When?
Not right now, but like
earlier.
7 minutes ago, yeah.
What do you mean 7 minutes? Oh, what time frame?
1 minute.
No. Don't start this now, bro.
Serious.
I'm looking at it on the 1 minute. There's no...
By me, there's a setup.
No, bro. Don't... No.
I pinky promise, check it.
Wait.
Yeah. Black bull, right? Swart bull.
No, okay, you're on a different pair, that's why. I'm on an ender. Remember, it changes per the pair you use. So per the pair, per the time frame, everything. So we
this
use
isn't the setup?
No, well, technically it could be.
Interesting.
Wait. Switch the thing on? Is it?
Interessant. So what's it only?
So ender didn't give the signal. Blackpool gave the signal.
Oh shit, okay.
Swart bull.
I don't have that signal. Yeah, they are there. Here's the lacquer version too.
They gave me a dot, Owens.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, nah,
they
bro.
gave me a
start
dot one.
this again now. Ed curious as hell. Yeah, bro. Ed was like, what signals does man get? I'm not getting.
I remember I had another student. Whenever I send them signal, they'll be like, "What broker are you using? These numbers are not on my side." I said, "But I'm making money. Then which means you must come to our side."
Ed ain't trying to miss that.
Must come
86
to our
is pending. Yeah, the guys don't want to miss trades, yeah. They're awake. I mean, Benang always tells you can't be sleeping, yeah.
No. Monday to Friday, no time to sleep.
Here we go. Chris gave Miles
See?
Iron Premium.
The sleep of a poor man is laziness. The sleep of a rich man is resting. So what are you resting when you are still poor?
There you go. Chad, and that's just, funny enough, and that's actually preaching. That's not a lie. I always say to people, funny enough, I swear when things get better, my sleep gets worse. Like, it's not like, you can sleep peacefully. Because when you're running the business and you're running things, your brain doesn't switch off.
No, it doesn't switch off.
It never switches off, bro.
People think you work more. You work 24/7 now.
Yo.
Now you're working 24/7.
Imagine.
RCT is actually a decent guy. I was listening to this video of him crying, talking about how he almost committed suicide off a bridge. Then later he asked God to show him the light when he looked at the chart. So, okay, like, yeah, here's my thing with that. So, firstly, there's two ways about going about this. I understand. Yes, you say he's a decent guy. So let's just break that down. Firstly, he's crying, talking about why he wants to commit suicide. Why did he want to do that? Let's first get into that. Secondly, he's only gone to God now when there was a problem. And that problem was he needed him to help him and show him the light on the charts. So that is most problem that most people have is everyone will run to God and those things when there's a problem. But why don't they ever go to God when their things are going good? Why don't they say thank you for their blessings when things are good? Why aren't they there then? They only go there when there's a problem. And at the same time, it's the same thing of saying he's lying the whole time. Because, for example, he did not create the algorithm. But now you want to say you're a godly person, but you make these claims, which you're abundantly lying to your audience, which is then a sin. So your whole argument now, for example, like those type of things go out the window for me. Because that is not the godly way, if we want to call it that. Facts. Yeah, let's just say, guys, it's not. I'm not trying to say he's not a good person. He does irritate me. Like that is the truth. He irritates me. I'm not saying he's a bad person. But yeah, when you make certain claims, there's always a thing of, is it true, is it not? I wanted to say the same thing. So, for example, like to me now, to say, okay, I'm a Christian. My whole life I was brought up in a church. So my grandparents were part of the people that built the church that I was at. My whole life grew up in that church. My whole high school career, since I was 13 years old, I was a youth leader. I was involved in the church, literally from high school. So when I was 14 till after school even. So when I was 19 still, I was a youth leader. I was not going away on holidays. Because holidays, I was doing a holiday club. I was at the church. I was baptized, I've done my confirmation, I've done all my stuff. So I've been involved in the church. I will still always be involved in the church. Not someone who wants to only make those claims when they feel like it, and as I say, when there's problems. No complaints from my side. Facts. Wanted to off himself, and then he just sent into the most stressful industry. Crazy. Interesting conversation. Yeah, Jeremy, I mean, I'd love to hear your little thought on it a bit, but yeah.
Temba, how are you? Are you well?
Spot on with that, Keegs. Yeah, we talk about it. I think Chris and myself spoke about it how many times. And that's the thing I want to say. I don't want to go completely off topic here, guys. But with the like commercialized churches today, it's all been commercialized. It's been to do what suits social media. And that's the thing. I think a church is not meant to be something that should form itself around social influences. If anything, the church should be influencing the social aspects of life. So, for example, people, again, throw money at problems where when we were kids, literally the holiday club youth leaders, we were doing proper street ministry. We were literally going into the townships to go do ministry. So literally, but yet your big boys, you're running these 1,000-member congregations. When there's a problem and people need help, what's their answer? Just send money to it. And I mean, like, really? We need this chat, especially in trading and business. 100%, bro. It wasn't because he wanted help on the charts, though. He had other childhood problems and in his marriage. Yeah, as I said, my brother, obviously I don't know the exact context of that, so I can't go and make claims without knowing the exact context of something. But yeah, as I said, I don't always believe in it where people run to something when there's a problem. Is a discount code for Vault Fund available? 2Gs should definitely still be working. There is, I don't know if Workers 20 is still active. I don't know how long that was for.
Code MFX.
MFX, there's quite a few. But can you please show your target level on NAS again? I'll put it on the screen now for you, my brother. There is Bonang's setup.
Yeah, for now I'll be targeting this level, and then from that level I'm targeting the high all time. That's around this zone.
Babu, if you think of that, bro, that is very, very good. I always tell people, remember we have this idea of it's not a trading problem, it's always a capital problem. You could be trading $100 and 1% is only $1. But now, so $7, 7% is only $7. But let's say you traded on a $100,000 funded account, 7% is $7,000 a month.
I like that conversation because that's what prevents a lot of people from becoming profitable.
Yeah.
They're not looking at what they're actually doing. Someone's maybe doing like 30% for the month and they're only making like, let's say $30 and they aren't satisfied. But if you look at it at the long term and what you are actually returning, where in the world do you get 30% return a month? You know what I mean? So once you start adapting that sort of idea towards your trading and see it as a business and seeing the percentage return you're doing, let's say for example 7%, bro, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
For me personally, I look for 3 to 5% a month. If I can get 3%, I'm styling.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the end goal, but a huge goal for me is years from now, if I can do 1% a month and that can make me 6 figures in a month, bro, that's more than enough.
But that's what I say. It's a capital aspect.
It's all just capital.
I had this idea with someone the other day. So I was talking to some people and I was saying, again, bro, it's a compounding game.
Yeah.
You sit there, let's just say I'm 2000, Chad, and this is a conversation I legit had. Miles and Mo, Ed, Laik, all of them will tell you I had this conversation with them last week. As I said, the account we started when we started doing I-2000 and forward testing this thing for you guys, started with $400. The account's at $1,600. And that was in just over 2.5 days. So after 2 days, we were at 1,200. So already 300% up on the account. And then the next day, we literally, because now I said to the guys, listen, yes, you got capital there, but hit yourself like a target. And we were like, listen, if I even do $300, just because the rate it was going, if I do, let's just even say $250 a day. Yes, that includes everything now. You can go adequate risk and everything. $250 a day, that's just say, there's 5 days. So there you've already done $1,000 in a week. $1,000 in a week only with the $250 target. And now the thing is, that's still equating a day extra. So you have that day extra to make sure if there was maybe a slower day somewhere else in the week, whatever the case is. So you're still even giving yourself a day extra wiggle room. 1,000. So you look at that 250 and go, but I left so much out on the table. I could have done something. A week it becomes $1,000. Over a month that becomes $4,000. $4,000 in South Africa. That's 80,000 rand a month. Crazy. Where you just started with a 250 daily target. Now you start going to the point where, as I say, because now the account has grown, you start risking $400 as your daily target. Now you quickly start seeing, you see how it scales. Eventually you get to the point where now your target becomes $2,000 a week. Now what happens? You've done $8,000 in a month. That's 160,000 rand. And it's just a compound. It's always a numbers game. That's the thing with trading. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Also remember, if you're making consistent growth on your account, regardless of the amount, it is already decent. Most people are negative at the end of the month. Over a year, you're just short of 1 mil. I hope iron lives forever. That's the thing, guys. Yeah, we always talk about this. 90% of traders lose on a daily basis. So if you even came out with $10 profit for the day,
100%.
you in the 10% that came out that didn't lose money today.
Yep.
Will you be keeping those buys in the wider TP 2418, or what do you expect price to do once reaching 20102, Bonang?
That's my main guy. That's my main entry. That's my buy entry. My main buy entry. So I'm expecting price to shoot from that level, pushing up. Okay, let me. I think, Kicks, you have been here with me for a while now.
Yeah.
When we started this thing, we spoke about how bullish this market is. We spoke about a level here that once this level, I think we even put this arrow together while we were on this stream. Remember, I said when we break this level, guys, we are going to be cruising nicely from this zone all the way to 21,199. So we see this market, it broke it, pushed, and right now we are all the way above it. We are almost halfway to the take profit of the 10th of April. So that's where we are headed. The market also keeps on giving the same direction and it is not changing. So on daily basis, imagine we are still holding this buy and keep on holding it up until we reach our TP. So definitely I'm still very much bullish on this market, guys. I'm not gonna be bearish anytime soon up until the market itself decides otherwise. But for now, very bullish, guys. Very bullish for me. I would rather obviously continue looking for buys over sells for now, especially with this zone where we are at a very, very powerful bullish zone. The reason why I couldn't take buys here, it's simple because obviously I need volume for me to be able to break this level. So that's why I did my own technical analysis to say this market has to go back, from there shoot up, and then from there break that level. For us to do that, we need volume. So even you, when you're throwing a stone, you stretch your hand back before you release. So that's the stretch that I was looking for. And then there's an option again that at this point we are likely going to retest the NFP data signal, which was somewhere here. NFP started here. So this market may by chances drop this from this level again, come to this level. And still, as soon as the market taps this zone again, I'm still going to be looking for buy. And now my risk reward ratio is going to be very powerful, because from this zone I'll be going all the way up. So basically that's how I am on this NASDAQ. This here may be a weaker support, looking at the fact that there was CPI. So we need to retest those volumes. And then from that level, then we can push all the way up. However, because we have reached the level, there's nothing I can do. All I can do is to execute small and target my entry level. Then from there we can break out and continue going up.
Yeah, Chad, quick one. There is Iron 2000 giving a buy on gold. So we're going to see what happens over here, Chad. What does it do over here? Let's see what it does.
Bonang, if I may ask, where did you do your forex training on, or you had a mentor that guided you through your career? No, I guided myself. I was on YouTube. And then while I was on YouTube also, I didn't make it because I was taught to follow candlesticks. I didn't understand them. I didn't, even in the language of candlesticks itself is difficult. They gave me a book to read, what's this, Japanese candlesticks, what. If I go through that route, my mind became more complicated. So I just said, you know what, this is not my thing. Let me look for the simplest thing. Then that's when I started to do 1 + 1. And it made sense then to me. So I followed that one. So if the mate is saying we are adding, then we are moving upward. If the mate is saying we're going down, then we're going down. Despite what the candles are saying, I don't care about candles.
All right, Chad. So just so we say, they're invalid setup. So this is a no trade.
That's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, gold, it is sitting at a very critical zone. You see, if it jumps there, it's gonna go massively where it's seated there. If it jumps there, we'll be eating good monies.
I hear on words of wisdom that small accounts breed bad habits. He was referring to the whole R aspect. What's your take on that? I think there's two sides to that, actually. Because for me, first, not everybody has a large sum of money to trade with. So I'll give you from my point of view how I got to my point. So for me, if it wasn't for small account growth, I wouldn't be where I am today. But then I totally understand where his RR aspect comes from. Because, for example, it's pretty much what Keys and I was chatting about now. You may be up 50 pips on a trade, but that's only $5. So you don't close the trade because there's not enough monetary value. So I always tell the guys, like, if you can't manage $100, there's no way you're able to manage $100,000. The thing is, it all boils down to psychology. So you need to train yourself to be able to trade large capital from that small account already. That's what I taught my guys, and it's what I did as well. So that also being said, you need to understand the concept that 50 pips is a lot. You're not always going to see 50 pip moves happening left, right, and center. So that's why with the small accounts, I prefer the idea of compounding. Even large accounts as well, but the idea behind it is to compound the accounts, get the accounts to grow, And then also understand that you're not going to make R1,000,000 off a $10 account, even $1,000 account. You probably can, but it's going to take forever. But when you look at it from the point where the account needs to grow over time, for me personally, I used small accounts to flip them and scale them and grow them, because back then there obviously wasn't prop firms. Now it's a whole different ballgame. But back then I used them to flip them, scale them, grow them. And also I didn't use the aspect of large RR. I used the smaller moves, compounded that, and then once the account got bigger, that's how the account just kept on growing. Because as the account started to grow, I could then up my lot size. So I wouldn't say it can breed bad habits, but I think it's how you utilize it, man. I utilize it in the aspect where I could use it to compound and flip the accounts, knowing that I have to close at my 10 pips. But then you'll get some people, like I was also, because I come from swing trading, where you move 100 pips and $10 on a 001 isn't enough for you. But you move maybe 1 pip and $100 is a whole different ballgame. You understand? The concept is different when the account is larger. So obviously you're striving to get that larger account, but to get to that point, if you don't use prop firm, you have to use the small account, flip it and grow it. So I think it's all just how you use it. But here's the thing though, you can breed bad habits on a larger account as well. Because I'm a mentor for the past 5 years, Millennial FX been running for 5 years, you can see students going straight to prop firm in their first 6 months, right? And they're breeding bad habits because they're chasing percentage and they're not satisfied with monetary value. I've seen people get funded, be up 6%. Let's say that is $6,000, and they're not happy because they're chasing this imaginary 10% number in their head. $6,000 is a lot of money. In South African rands, that's just shy of what? 120,000? It's just shy of that. So I wouldn't say it's the account size, to be honest. It's all your mindset and how you trade that. Because you can breed very bad habits with large accounts. Two, when it comes to a point where realistically, when you start trading your personal funds and you're clearing, let's say, 10,000 Rand a month, you aren't satisfied with that because on a prop firm, you were doing $10,000, but you still weren't happy with that. So I think it's an either or, man. It's how you implement your mindset in that.
Yeah.
Gold ripping up. Yeah, gold went through that flat body that I spoke about now. So if you look at that 4 hour that I kept mentioning the whole time and we were sitting there the whole time, now we can say, okay, gold's going to drive now because it's above the level 26.65. That's your flat body resistance. Now that you're trading above that area, you should then start to see price push away from this area like this. So here's your support right there. Once price is cleared, you're retesting that, grabbing liquidity and continuing the drive to that resistance area. So that's exactly what we anticipated gold to do, and that's what she is doing anyway. There's that resistance. You're through that now. So a simple retest of that area, we can then see price continue driving if it's not going to rip right now. Because here's the thing. This resistance was held for a hot minute, right? And we sat and we accumulated a lot of volume. How much more liquidity do we need to get to that point right there? I don't think that much. So now that we have the volume, we can literally just go and tap into that current daily high and possibly even penetrate right through that. So that is quite nice to see it happen. That's purely off of that zone that we marked 32.61. Yeah, but I can tell one thing I can tell you now, there's no ways I was going to hold that trade the whole time. I'm very happy with the way we managed it. My goals has changed from dollar value to percentage gains in order to be able to put myself in a spot 100%. Here's the thing. And this is why I'm so adamant about fixed stop loss and fixed lot size as well. Here's the thing. How can I monitor my monetary gains and losses if I'm chopping changing the whole time? If I know I'm targeting, let's say 3%, how can I say? If I know I'm targeting 3% per month, right? I know that's going to give me X amount of dollars. But if I chop and change that all the time, how am I going to know that? Here's the thing also. If I'm targeting, let's say, I know we're not targeting money value, but let's say I want $100, right? That's going to be different percentage on different accounts. So I always try and manage it from a portfolio aspect. If I'm growing it from a portfolio aspect, I know that, okay, this is the percentage that I need to then gain. But you know what? These are all things that you learn as you go on through your trading. I miss the flat body days, man. It's flat.
Let's go. All right, guys. So, I don't even see the FOB, so I honestly don't know if it was. It needs to be above it. If it's on it, I think it's going to be risky. Then going over iron 2000 is paying me. Beautiful stuff for the guys that did take that though. My goal has changed with that. Focus on dollar value equals emotional trading, 100%. That's why we've always said, guys, focus on the percent.
Hey, rock shot for that. Yeah, boys, if you didn't know that, I obviously do have a mentorship program where I focus heavily on education. You can have everything, but if you don't have education, boys, in this industry, you're going to be chalked. You can have algos, indicators, you can all that jazz. You can have everything. But you need to still understand the concept of trading. So I focus heavily on that. Rax just posted my link now as well. If you want to level up your trading, we obviously do offer that mentorship program.
There we go, Chad. That's it. I'm going to give a 5 out of 5 stars for that sales pitch over there now.
100%. that was good, eh? Wait, I'm not done. And to see those results, if you may be here for the first time, check that journal right there that Brooks posted over there. You can see the trades that you take every day on stream or live. Let's go.
Oh, there we go.
How's that? How's it ending?
We're going to give a 5 out of 5 star, bro. There we go. That's it.
To be fair, I think I signed.
Sign up now, get a free ironing board. Whoa.
Nah, unfortunately not. That you have to go the Project G route, boys, if you want to be ironed.
Ironing those equity curves.
Yes.
Oh.
Focus on dollar value. Yeah, 100%. That is very so true. Especially like here's the thing. This might touch home for some people. Here's the thing: if you don't have money, if you focus on dollar value and you maybe only have 300 rand in your account, let's be real, this happens. I've been there. It happens. You only have 300 rand in your account. You maybe have an account of $20. Let's be real, and you maybe make $30 profit, and you looking at that $30 checking that's $700. Or how much is like, I can't remember. Let's say $600-700. That's like then I at least have 1,000 rand to end the month off. Let's say you're in your last week or your last 2 weeks of trading of the month, and you only maybe have that $300 left. Focusing on the dollar value can throw you out. But if you focus on that percentage and not focus on the dollar value, that $30 that you would have withdrawn could have grown in the next 2 weeks to maybe, let's say, $120 just by focusing on percentage.
Yeah.
I want to change it so I don't even see the money.
I wish you could, but you can't do that.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna give you.
You can do it on MetaTrader though.
Okay.
No. Sorry, that's pips. My bad. You can change the monetary value to pips. You can do that. Yes.
Yeah. Chad, I'm gonna give you some wise advice that a wise old man gave me once. Money goes to those who look after it and who protect it. Where money is mistreated and misused, it will go away. So if you can value it and look after it and protect it, money will come to you.
I think the issue that happened to most people is the how much am I gonna make? How much am I gonna make? How rich will I be before you even know what you want to do? The thing that will make you rich, isn't it that you have to understand it first before you even talk about being rich? You are desiring riches and you are not knowledgeable towards riches themselves. You don't even know how it is to be rich. You are not reading about being rich. You are not even investigating about being rich. Then you want to come to Forex because somebody sold you an idea that you are going to be rich. But to be rich takes a lot of work and effort. You can make the money, but then still fail to keep it again. Like Miles is saying, that you can have a very huge account and still you lose it because you don't know how to even manage big monies. So it goes a very long way, guys, where even your mindset must be corrected and channeled towards being a rich individual. You can't be wearing expensive labels. You You can't be doing this looking rich yet you are not rich in your bank account. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So for me, I would advise people to dig deeper in the knowledge of this whole entire trading thing, and then you reach to understand even further beyond. Also, even to also investigate what does it take for you to own a brokerage firm. How does it take, and how does the prop firm business operate? How does the brokerage operate? Where does this happen? Where does the money come from? All those things. If you know them, then you approach this whole entire thing with a sober mind.
Yeah. No, Keeks, I fully agree. I got disrespect to the money I made and got arrogant. I got humbled hard. Yeah, we all were there, bro. We all were there.
Yeah.
Real talk, 2G's community speaking more than just dollars. 100%, brother. 100%. Chad, just showing you guys there. NASDAQ I-2000 did give a quick sell there. TP1 hit. So, yeah, not really paying attention to that one. We're going to follow US30. Hopefully that still maybe gives you guys something. And obviously gold in on those bars. So, let's see. That makes sense. NAS is also invalid though, or was it? Okay. Yeah, obviously I can't pull up the source here on stream, so I can't look if what's invalid, what isn't. What broker do you use for NAS I-2000? Broker, we trade everything is on XM, brother. US30 not moving much. Yeah, well obviously it's out of session, so it shouldn't be moving much. We'd really have to wait for obviously New York session for it to come alive. And I think it will come alive quite nicely today, the fact we do have some news as well. No, I mean on TradingView. Oh, on TradingView, I'm using yeah, so I'm using ANDA for NAS and then US30 FP markets. No problem, brother, no problem. Miles, I'm just going to put on your screen or yours. Oh, yours or mine, doesn't matter. I'm going to put on yours. I'll just go P quick chat.
No stress.
A P for TP. In this case, remember it's a P just to give us a trade.
Yeah, I think we've chowed lacquer this morning. Awesome start to the week. In the meantime, boys, 283 people watching. Let's run up that likes over there. Let's see how we're doing on those likes. 150, boys. You guys are slacking, man. Surely can push at least up to 200 likes. At least. So, Pound yen not doing pound yen not doing anything today. Pound yen pretty much just chilling in that range. At that 4-hour lows. Definitely once we can get out there, it should be good. Blue Mondays, love it. Thank you guys. Hey man, I'm glad that you're having a good Monday, my brother. These guys provide insane value. Let's run it up. The likes, guys. Thank you. Joe Boyson. How's everybody's weekend though? Do you guys ever... I was chatting to Keys earlier on. He actually brought it up. How quick are these weekends not going? Like it's feeling like a day. I don't know, I just felt like my weekend literally just passed me by. 30 close. So here's obviously guys, I trade pure price action. You can have everything, but if you don't have the understanding, that is going to be a problem for you. This is a long-term game, not a quick fix. So here's my thing. 30 just closed above the level. If you see what I've been mentioning, that 30 close is now above, as Neil Skuman would say, the flat body. The flat body resistance, right? So we have that close above. I simply want to see for another possible entry for long positions on gold. I want to see price come down, create that bottom wick, as it re-breaks the high, that will be another opportunity to go long. So gold providing us with the juice right now. I like that. You can see it over there. Yeah, simple bottom wick for something like this, and a continuation drive for something like that, and then again like that. Okay, so let's see if that can happen. That would be nice to see. On the contrary, let's say that doesn't actually happen, and it forms a topic now to grab liquidity out of that resistance, and then once price comes right down, right, that's going to be a short opportunity. Oh, I thought you said, hey, bro, I don't think I don't know if you're part of, I don't know if I said on this stream or privately with MFX members when I was with him and at Sneaker Cartel, bro. That was, what an experience, dude. Reader, for some, it felt like a long weekend. Miles, if you don't ask me, asking, is the price feed on the Wanda and FU markets the same, or is there a difference? There is going to be candlestick differences. So for me, I don't use either. I actually use forex.com on all my pairs. Yeah, but obviously there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the way the candles print. So you'll see that these candles look slightly different on each provider. At the end of the day, guys, these are just providers.
Yeah, I think is,
That's all it
guys, when it comes to those things, think of it, the biggest difference is where it's going to come in is depending on your broker. So the broker or the prop firm, whoever they are
That you
using for
trading,
their
yeah.
price feed, you're going to use the one that matches up to that. That's all it comes down to, really.
That's the other part we were just saying here, that people should be knowledgeable about all these brokerages, and the price that you are trading is actually their business as well.
Yes.
Yo, James, what's on GBP USD? What can be expected? Don't know, my brother. None of us trade it.
Yeah. See, once again, this is where I'll drill knowledge. Drill knowledge, you're able to dissect that chart perfectly, regardless whether we trade it or not. I'm a very big advocate for understanding the markets, especially structure and candlestick anatomy. I want to know that thing like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
Because that's how you read it, the charts.
That's where the money comes from as well.
Yes, sir.
The knowledge part.
The knowledge, man.
You can't neglect knowledge and think you will make it in life.
Nah, you can't, unfortunately.
You can't. Even the Bible says, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge."
Yes. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe in primary school. Kidding. You still need to know what if I think back, why did they teach you in primary school? ABCs and how to read the time, basic stuff.
And locust frogs.
How can I tell if a trade on IN 2000 is invalid if it is beneath the 24 on the ADX? But here's my thing though. This thing's a banger. But don't rely on it solely. You still need to have the knowledge up here. My thing is, if you can align both your way of trading and that strike plank, oh, you'll be a beast. The bonfire of knowledge illuminates the floor space of ignorance. Wise words by Gold Digger. Salute, Neil. Salute. Guys, I don't know if you know, but Neil was actually a lieutenant in the Marines. Top chap, that. How's your trades running that side, Bonang?
What?
How's your trades running that side?
On my side, let me just check. I was just adding a few as well. There we go. Smoothly done on NASDAQ there. It's very, very smooth. Went back again, tapped back, almost tapped the entry. That's when I added again.
Very
So
smooth.
let's see how, very, very smooth. Let's see how this will be like. But I'm a bit worried about this zone. It looks very weak. If we break this zone going, we'll be dipping in here from this zone. It doesn't look that much strong, but that's why I say risk management has always been key. So I entered there. Let's see how that will be. If we break in there, then I'll be allowing this market to come all the way, because this will be a very clean range, as you can see. And then from there, we'll be adding and adding and adding. So I just added a few now, and I'm expecting this market to push up, but it's weakening. It's not really that strong. Let's see how it is.
Chad, and then obviously just what I mentioned right now with gold, let's create that bottom wick. It will be a simple play. Once price re-breaks the highs, that price can then continue driving and also wick for that previous 30-minute on the left-hand side. So that is quite nice to see. So if I hadn't have taken any trades today, because obviously I'm not going to take another trade, the setup entry would pretty much be that 32.6604, 30 pip stop, 10 pip gain. And that would be your trade. It's a simple idea that price has already came and closed above the area, closed above Neil Skuman's fled body, and then opening up, creating a top wick, creating the bottom wick, and then obviously the re-break of the high would then anticipate some longs.
Ruan, just a quick one. It's just something we brought on for, so if the guys are in Project G, you'll know what we're talking about. We have given it to the guys, they just do it. But it's basically the ADX. It is for the rest of the Iron 2 guys. That will be in the next update that's coming out to just fix those little errors that Iron 2000 is printing false signals. So yeah, it's just the thing we brought out. We showed it to the Project G guys how to manually just show it to themselves if it is a valid signal or not. But the normal other guys, we're hoping, like let's say middle of this week, maybe end of this week, that will be an update that would have been gone into the indicator, which only then will obviously give you guys valid signals.
Right, boys, that's TP hit. So that would have been a TP on gold for anybody that utilized that education. You obviously would have had buy stops. Your entry would have been there, 32.66. You would have hit TP in 1 second.
Hey,
So pretty cool.
we like these 1 second trades.
She doesn't though, but pretty cool.
Where are the W's? Send the W's, guys.
Chat, there's 300 people. I think I've called 3 winning trades. Bonang has called a banger. Iron 2000 has called a banger. I actually haven't seen one W this whole stream.
Imagine.
Not one.
Wow, there's the
bro.
W's. There's the W's. Hey, Chad. That's a nice little moment. It's the first time we've been over 300 viewers in a while. So it's good to be back to those numbers.
Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff, guys. Beautiful.
See the W's, it isn't even ready for us. Just to see that you guys are like still there.
Oh,
you're
the
still
guys
paying
are
attention,
awake. They trading.
still listening. You know. But
Oh,
that
that-
simple play there, boys. Simple type 3 play. Type 4 style execution. Close above, grab liquidity, and boom, easy play. And I mean, gold has been providing, boys. So my thing is, I always have this at the back of my guys' head, and I tell them as well, like, just take advantage of it now. Taking advantage doesn't mean over trading,
Yeah.
but utilize these pips wisely.
Yeah. If it's I always say to guys, bro, there's nothing wrong with having a bonus. But even when something's a bonus, doesn't mean just throw it around. My W is broken now.
It's fine. You can put
My
2 U's.
W. Hey, Chad. But
Tsebang, how are you, Tsebang?
Oh, it's weird. I was just about to say the name as well. It gave me like a childhood flashback of that Leon Schuster movie, Oh Shucks I'm Heartful,
the VVIP is eating.
where they're like Chabalala Mtsimang, Chabalala Makyobang. That's exactly what.
Out of all the things, that's where your head went
Yeah,
to.
it's like it just came back into my head, bro. I'm a Leon Schuster fan, bro. I love his movies.
Bro, we were when was it? So it was on flipping when Han was getting married. So that weekend, The Bachelors and all that stuff. And these boys, him and a few of the other guys, they all going on about this. I'm like, what are these oaks on about? So then we go watch that old, I can't even think which Leon Schuster movie it was now. And it's just that Martin. They go hunting in the bush, and this guy used to shoot.
I got.
I need to find it, bro. I need to find it. So every time we walk around and we see something funny, we look at each other and say, Martin.
Is that not? Is it not?
If you had told me the name now, I'll tell you. I just can't think of it. I'm in a blank.
I'm not getting it from the Schuster. I'm getting it from that other video. My name is Martin. That one.
Skeet the book.
That's what I'll give you.
yes.
For me, I don't know
My
what's wrong
name
with
is
me. If I
Martin.
if I watch a movie, I sleep. If I watch a movie, I sleep.
Bonang, you say that, bro. I was that guy. Hey, I never could sleep on the couch. Like, if I do sleep on the couch, I'm dead.
Gone.
Bro, every day, every weekend, every time, if I go lay on my couch at home, poof, I'm out. Nap, bro. I never used to have literally this weekend, Saturday, I had
Yeah.
a nap. Sunday, I had a nap on the couch.
That happens.
I just fall asleep, bro.
It's that old toppy syndrome.
Yo.
My name is Ashley. Yo, bro, those videos killed me. Absolutely killed me. But hey, Chad, I think that's definitely like an old toppy thing. Like, I'd always wonder why my friend's father would
Bro, there's
sleep
a
on the
video on my
couch.
soup is the movie. Yeah.
It's an old toppy thing. Especially if you have that comfortable couch.
Yeah, bro.
That's game over.
We made this joke, Chad. 100% you guys can all agree with me. Wait. I need to see if you guys... You are old toppy when you lay on your couch and you pull this move. When you lay there and you sit back on the couch, you flat on the back and the hands are crossed on the chest. Then you know you're old toppy.
Definitely. That's the one.
Oh, I never used to lay like that, bro. Now I lay down. Hands crossed on the chest and you just... you fall asleep, bro.
Oh, shit.
Best naps are taken like that, 100%, bro. You don't know what a nap is if you're not napping like that. Let's see.
Best steps, yeah, 100%, man. Hey, Tsepang still living in the past. Just click on the live button, you'll come straight to where we should be right now.
I'm really... Where is he?
But then again, he's only going to get this maybe like 5 minutes from now.
This is literally a replay of... I'm here. I'm taking it. I'll celebrate like that because it's an old toppy. See, bro, you see it, the whole thing now, everything together. The puzzle pieces are coming together. Another. I always get caught behind on these. Oh, yeah, the Chad. Nah, we had some good laughs here today. US30 not giving anything yet. Actually, hold on. I wonder if the 5 gave something. Still not. Yo.
There's no movement at all. Very, very slow.
Yeah,
But then the movement was good going to the down. Now going to the up, very, very weak.
Okay, you don't know what you missed it off. Eventually he took it. Eventually.
Okay, this is the idea I have on US30. Ne? I'm going to execute a long position there, right where the market is, and I will target that level. And then I will stop loss exactly at... That's a very risky trade anyway. I will stop loss exactly at my entry. So I'm looking at the fact that where the market is currently seated is at an area of interest, which was of Friday. It got broken on Friday, this area, so the market retested that area. So I'm seeing it coming back into that zone. So I'm expecting this market then to push from that level and go up. So this then, for me, if I'm taking such kind of trades, definitely a stop loss is a must for me, because I have a zone that was not tabbed as well, so it might shoot down and then shoot up. So that's how I am executed those buys right now.
Hey, there
on US30. Thank you.
Beautiful stuff.
Yes.
April competition trade-off. Join us this afternoon. There you guys have it from Rick's. Don't forget about that, guys. The 3 best from April's trade-off from the competition. First place, second place, third place. They still get their prizes there, but now they get thrown into the big boys pool, and they're going to trade off against each other. Whoever makes the most profits or loses the least amount at the end of today will walk away with a 2 million Rand Vault Funder account challenge. So again, we're going to do that live on stream later on, so make sure you guys are here for that. Check out that link down below.
Keegs, when you're done, you can just pop over to me. Let's just serve these guys with some dessert quickly.
You guys had breakfast, you had the main course, you had a second main course, and now we're going for desserts.
Beautiful stuff.
This would be the entry here, 15 close beneath. You got your confirmation, 30 pip stop. Obviously your 10 pip gain. You're looking for a re-break of the lows. I would sell stop 191,468.
There we have it, Chad. There you guys have it. Another one. Yeah, sorry guys, it will be on the Vault Funders YouTube channel this afternoon.
Nog eenetjie. And yeah, that's to break those lows. If it closes obviously back above the range, the setup will be invalid. But for now, everything is good, and that's how I am.
Yeah, Chad, we're going to give this trade obviously time to see if it does give an entry on Miles' side. And then pretty much after that, I think we're going to get ready to call it. Only reason being is, this Monday we've got quite a busy one. We're trying to get quite a bit done for you guys. So literally after this, we just go straight into back-to-back meetings. So going to be quite busy, but we're going to see what we can do there for you guys. Break even on ITK gold 1 minute. Yeah, hit a break even, but still move in there. Obviously, that's just how we use it, guys.
My bad.
Just so the guys can quickly see there, if you traded how we traded, and again, this is up to anyone. That's literally when it goes out. It's however you want to use it. But we use it where we hit a TP1 is our break even, and then obviously we are personally closing full on TP2. But TP1 was hit, meaning you would have gone break even was hit, and now it's going back again. But as I say, that is personally up to anyone how they use it. You either set a TP, stop loss, whatever you want to do. That's personal preference. Same way as it's personal preference on whatever time frame you want to use it, or whatever the case is. Oops, I'm still in. Hey, well, you back at TP1, my brother, so there's no problem there. As I say, it's a personal preference. I'm a beginner looking for a mentor, my brother. Well, then just hang out on the streams, be part of the community, and you'll learn a lot here. Let's see what happens there, Chad. Welcome, Joseph. There we go. Chad, still 260 of you guys. Yeah, 188 likes. Can we just get those likes over 200? Just 12 of you guys. Let's just get those likes over 200. That would be really, really appreciated. Hey guys, off topic, Miami GP. Coach Carter, those McLarens are just next level at the moment, bro. Those things are in a whole league of their own. I will even say Max did give a very, very good defensive drive, but even for that, his best is what he could. Hamilton is officially part of the Ferrari circus. Yet of those oaks are bloody idiots sometimes. But I must say, Chris and myself were joking. We're saying, pretty much the F1 season is done for the year, because I do not know who the hell is going to absolutely close that gap on those McLarens. I do believe Piastri is the better driver than Norris. He's just got that better racecraft and racing instinct than what Norris did. I mean, you could see how quickly he was able to figure out a way to get past Max. I think it took him like 3 laps, and then he could just get away. Where even with Norris, when the team was bloody coaching him on, this is what Oscar did, just do this to get past him, it took him so much longer, and Max was able to always counter him again. So you see the difference there. So I actually think Oscar has a better chance of winning the World Championship than Lando. But yeah, those McLarens are just in our own league right now. They almost look more dominant than what the Red Bull's been for the last 2 years. I mean, where do you finish a race like that where, you took, 18 laps to get past Max, and then you still finish the race with almost a minute in front? Like, that is crazy. Williams also creeping up. That's actually very, very true. The Williams are really back in it as well in the mix. Piastri put a clinic on Max, yeah. Ferrari has the slowest car, right place, yeah. You can actually see how loose Verstappen's car was. I don't think anyone is catching Piastri. He's too calm and does not make mistakes. You can't pull the same moves on Max twice, yeah. Ferrari looking like a awkward Keys Pittsburgh Pro this weekend. Who is your money on, bro? ATA, I honestly have I must say, I haven't done like a deep look. The last time I really looked into all the guys, bro, it's crazy. This Pittsburgh Pro, especially the open lineup, this is like a mini Olympia, bro. That lineup is crazy. So I honestly, as I said the last time, it was already so close. But yeah, I think it's really gonna be close. It's not gonna be. There's so far from what I saw, there's no one I'd say that's a cleared winner here. Even with the guys, for example, like with Derek being there, it's not even like I could say Derek's got a clean and easy win here. Bro, he knew Max was aggressive on that turn, so he actually forced a late break on Max, which allowed him to pass on the inside. Amazing, yeah. He picked up on it very quickly. Was a good race, no cap, yeah. The Lego race, that was awesome, bro. The minute you put those guys in, they literally became kids again. The Lego race is so cool. Red Bull couldn't even win that race. But you know the only thing for me, and this is the part which irritates me with Ferrari. How can you have a good car, sprint qualifying, a good car and good strategy for a sprint race, but the minute we get to the real GP, bro, no tactics, that car looks like it's a completely different car. It's like, what the hell happened? Lego Ferrari was better than the F1 car. Chad. Yo. There we go. Whoever that was earlier, Chad, he was like, they were still in gold. Well, you smiley now that you still were in gold. That's TP2 almost hit on gold. Whoever was still there, that baby. Very, very nice there. Oscar just on another level. Media still can't even win the guy recognition. No. Well, nah, he's right up there, bro. That is me still in gold, lol. There you go, bro. You are smiley now. Isn't that double deal issue coming to effect? I know the what's the name? There's the new rules that are talking about the front lips, the front spoilers and all that. Which is basically, I think, coming from the next race. So this was the last race. So people are saying that's what's being given McLaren the edge, bro. I don't care, even if, because McLaren's been very calm about it. Even if that is giving them an edge, bro, come on, that you can't tell me the front is just giving them a minute difference. So even if that is giving them an edge, you're still not going to catch them. Bro's cookie exchange to Williams or Merck or something. Oh, bro, it is painful. Ferrari is down for issue. No, the Ferrari has a very small window where the car performs. Yeah. Is there a coupon code for Jordan Prodigy? No, unfortunately not, my brother. It is already at such a reasonable price. And we do a monthly fee, no massive fee, stuff like that. So unfortunately, there's no discount code for that. Same, bro. But yeah, gold running very, very nicely there. Chad. Miles, are you in your thing there yet?
No.
Not.
No.
Guys, I think we're going to get ready to call it. Just as I said, we've obviously got to get to some meetings. So it's going to be there. Yeah, I do watch the GP, bro. That it is more interesting, but even then, the Ducatis, it's the same thing. Just Ducati in general, you can't get close to that whole manufacturer. Out now, Banco for GP and JPY. I know this to get stuck in the indecision potentially. We'll be back for New York. Awesome stuff. Bonang, any closing remarks from you, my brother? Bonang, I can't hear you again, brother.
Okay, I was
there we
saying
go.
this side, I appreciate each and everyone here, and may the good Lord bless you all. This is how I close it on US30. This is it. I just executed my fresh buys there. I'm expecting this market to push all the way to that my target and then break out all the way to the top. That's basically how I am. I'm bullish on the US30 as well as NASDAQ, currently lingering in profits. No stress, still seated there for a very long time now. I just don't know how this is going to be happening or what is going to happen. But basically, based on the mathematics, I am not selling. I am buying all the way. Then looking at gold, yes, very, very perfectly done. As I said, where we are seated here, once we jump in there, guys, good money for all of us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
There we go.
Two Gs. Thank you.
Miles, any closing remarks from you, brother?
Nah, brother, just what a blessing to be here once again. Awesome session. Some more dubs as it always goes on like that. But yeah, man, shot for the session.
Nah, perfect, brother. Thanks for always being here. And then, yeah, guys, gold obviously hitting that TP2. So as you'll see now, TP3 appears. That's where it's going to look for that. But yeah, very, very good stream. Really enjoyed it, guys. Thank you to all of you. Thanks for having us here today. Again, thank you to my two partners here, Mr. Miles and Mr. Bonang. And again, Chad, it is going to be a very, very good week. I can feel it. As I said to you, remember, we're going to watch the trade off. So this afternoon, we will be on the Vault Thunder channel just to do the trade off. So again, make sure to tune in for that one. So there won't be the afternoon stream
What
on
time?
this channel. At normal time, New York session, my brother. So we'll start at 3 o'clock. But yeah, Chad, let's get ready. Trade safe. Don't go giving away those profits now. Again, just take the break. You've had how many winning beautiful trades here? Call it and then get ready in the New York session. So we're going to see you guys a little bit then. But yeah, Chad, really appreciate you. Appreciate the guys here. And we'll see you then. Peace and love, baby. Cheers, Chad.
Cheers.
Thank you.
You are the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Cause without you by my side, I can't reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out. You can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul. You can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. Push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you wanna say. Go take it all away. But I'm here to stay. No, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I